Seton Hall. And I know I picked Georgia. They got blown out. They lost 67-84. My thing with Seton Hall was I know that they play well at home, but on the road, I haven't seen the same intensity. I haven't seen it being matched. While I saw Georgia in the tournament win on the road and at home. Facts. Anthony says it was tied at one point, a tie for a while, and then Indiana State took it to another level. Facts. Like I said, going into halftime, it was tied at 44. They was going back and forth. Utah was hitting the shot. Then Indiana State would come down and hit a shot. I think Cole Bazman hit a three, and I think then Ryan Conwell comes down and get an and one layup. It was a back and forth for the second half for the most part. So Indiana State went on that run. So you're definitely right. But Seton Hall from the gate just jumped out on Georgia defensively. Georgia could not score. Georgia couldn't score. It was a while where Seton Hall couldn't score, but the score was like 62. And then Seton Hall scored a bucket. And then I think they went up like 10-2 at one point. Then they just kept stretching the lead. And then defensive intensity, Georgia just couldn't do nothing with it. Seton Hall, once they got their offense going, the game was over. Like I said, by halftime, I cut this game off. Seton Hall was just smothering Georgia defensively while being able to get buckets after a while after they got their rhythm offensively. It was just nothing Georgia can do in this ball game. Anthony says the Big East play helped Seton Hall. You would think so. So here's my thing. And this is kind of a random, not a random tangent, but it's a tangent equal to what you're saying. So I know a lot of people gave the NCAA tournament committee crap for not putting in Providence and Seton Hall and them saying that, well, these are premier Big East programs. Well, one, yes, is in the NIT final. The other did lose to Boston College, I believe, in the first round. So you got to take the yin with the yang, the good with the bad. Yes, Seton Hall can help your case, but Providence also does not help your case. And to be honest, I think Providence had the stronger resume to get in the tournament over Seton Hall. So it's like, you can't really use the NIT to help your case. Okay, so Anthony says he's one of them that said that. I can't agree. I'm sorry. I thought Indiana State was the one that had the best case out of everybody that didn't get in. I said it on the Selection Sunday show when we reacted to the first four in and last four out. I thought Indiana State had the best case. I think I said they should have been in over like Colorado State or Virginia. I don't even know if I said Virginia, but I know I said Colorado State for sure. Which Colorado State ended up being Virginia to get into the around the 64. But it's just, I don't think you can use the tournament to help your case, especially when the team that was supposed to get in over the other one lost first round to Boston College. So sorry about that one, Tony. Let me see. Tony says Providence had a big late season injury that kept him out of the tournament. I know who you're talking about too. You're talking about I can't think of his name. I was about to say Ticket Games, but it's not him. Was it Floyd? I want to say it was Floyd because I was watching the game when it happened. I think it happened, funny enough, against Seton Hall. I think it was against Seton Hall where he got hurt. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say it was Floyd. Teddy says, Indiana State should have got in. I agree. I think they should have got in. Like I said, when you become the highest net ranked team to not get in, it's kind of crazy that you didn't get in at all right, cool. So I'm right. It was Floyd. When you become the highest net team to not get in, that kind of becomes crazy, especially when you were top 30 net rank, and that's supposed to mean something. So, but that's what happens when you're a mid-major school and you don't have that much tradition. Now you can say, Carl, you got Larry Bird. Cool, fine. That's 1 year or 3 years with Larry Bird. That's not tradition. That's just Larry Bird being Larry Bird. When you don't have that much tradition, you don't have a bunch of people that came back from a Final Four team, i.e. FAU, because I didn't think FAU should be an at-large school, did. This is what happens. It sucks, but it's the honest truth. Ask South Florida, because I felt like South Florida could have got into. It sucks, but what can you do? But going back to the blowout, and I ain't going to speak too much more on Seton Hall blowing out Georgia because it's not really much to talk about. Dre Davis, great game, 19 points. Alamir Dawes, the Clemson transfer, great game, 20 points. He was in shots. We both had. He said I had Georgia too, bro. Yeah, we both took that L. Like I said earlier, Tony, I took them because they proved to me they could win on the road in the tournament. While Seton Hall, they didn't. They had all home games, and yes, they only had one tough match, and that was against St. Joe's, which they had to hit a 3 to 4 overtime to win that game. I just had to see it on the road. I haven't really seen it much on the road for Seton Hall throughout the entire year, but they proved me wrong. So hats off to them. And that leads me to my final topic of the day, the NIT